Good day. My name is Aliong. I'm here to show you how to connect over a network three of the operating systems. Here you can see I have the Oracle VirtualBox Manager open and my three of the four operating systems running. First of all, we have to connect the network, set up the network here in the Oracle VM before we can have the other operating systems connected. First of all, we open the settings and go to network. After that, you shall see the network tab open up. When it's open, you shall see the attached type of network. From this is the default setup as NAT. We'll be using this as the internal network. When you click on it, you shall see the different types, the name, which is internal network, and in advance you will see the promiscuous mode, which allows to deny, allow partial, and to allow all recordings. For now we'll be using the allow VMs. After that, we press click and press OK. In the operating system itself, when you click on the setting tab, you go and do the same thing with the rest of the other networks, which is you click on the network, go to the attached adapter. For now we'll be using host only adapter instead of the internal networks or bridge adapters. Click on this, then go down to allow VMs as well, then press OK. Then you do the same thing for the rest of the operating system, virtual operating systems, and again you shall press the setting button, go to the network tab, and again go to the attached to host only adapter, and the promiscuous mode, you allow that to only VMs. Click to make sure that the cables are connected and press OK. From here we have to go into the virtual operating systems themselves and connect the to the others. Here in Server 2008, we have to go to Configure Network. When you click on that, the tab shall open up. Now here the network connection tab has been opened up, and you go to connection, right click. You can either right click or you can go to this taskbar here, press the arrow key, and you shall see change settings of this connection. You can click that as an alternative, and you shall see the local area connection property bars open up. With this, we shall be only using the IP Internet Protocol version 4 alone. So just uncheck IPv or Internet Protocol version 6. Then we go to the Internet Protocol version 4, go to its properties. Here we shall be entering the Internet protocols or the Internet addresses so that we can have Internet access to share through our networks on them. The IP address we'll be using is 192.168.0.1. Then we go to the subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.0, which automatically comes up. The default gateway for this one shall also be the same thing as the IP address of 192.168.0.1, and also the preference DNS server shall always also be the IP address we'll be using for our loopback, which is 192.168.0.1, and then you click OK. And press close. Now you shall see. Now we go back to the initial configuration bar, where we will change, where you can see the local area connection has changed to the 192.168.0.1 network. Now we are going to change the full computer name and change it to the Win Server 2008. Here the tab has come up, and you press change to change the name of the server itself. Okay, I changed the name. Instead of using Win Server 2008, I have used ASL Server 2008. Now we press OK, and you shall see in the initial configuration taskbar, after the computer has reset itself, that the name change will be applied. Here you will see the system have to restart itself, and you allow it to. Now you can see that the server has restarted itself, and you can see in the configuration network part, you shall see the internet IP address has been changed to the 192.168.0.1 network, as well as the computer's full name has changed as well, and it is also a work group. That is what we'll be using as the name for all of the computers as well. Now we'll be going to, now back at Windows Server 2008, we have to go into the network and sharing center as well. And turn on all the discovery, file sharing, public folder, and switch off the password protected sharing. With activating or turning on the network discovery, file sharing, or public file folder, they ask you to have the system as either public throughout for all public folders, or just have it as a private network. For here now, we'll just use it as, leave it as public for all. Next, we open the network connections and see if we can connect to Windows 7. The Windows 7. To configure, we'll be using the Ethernet connection. You right click on this, go into Open Network and Sharing Center. Okay, here you can see that the network and sharing center has opened. You can easily have gone through this file, the start menu, then go to control panel, and then down to network and internet protocol, internet taskbar. But here we'll be using it as the shorter way. Now next thing we go to is network adapter settings. Then we do the same thing as right click on the local area network, go to properties again, or you could have gone through the same process what I said, go to these arrows, okay, the local area connection properties has opened up. IP version 6 has been enabled, so we'll disable that as well. Now we'll be using just the internet protocol version 4 as I said earlier. We click on that, then go into its properties to configure it. Now you see the internet protocols version 4 properties has come up. Now we go and use the following IP address alone, which will be the 192.168.0.2 network. The subnet mask comes up automatically when you click on it. Now the default gateway will be going back. We'll be looping it back to the 192.168.0 network. 01 network, and the preferred DSN server as well shall be looped back to the 192.168.0.1 network. Press OK. We close off the tabs on them and let them. The network and sharing center, you shall see the computer's ASL PC is trying to identify its network on the public server through the local area connection. Now we come to the control panel where we can change the name of the computer system. Now you go to the computer name where you could see the change settings. Then go to rename the computer or change the domain or workgroup. You click on that. The name comes up. I've already typed in the new change name. Then you press the OK, so I'll just select cancel. Press the OK button and it should ask you to restart your system. Here you see where they ask you to restart your system, and you click restart now so that all the settings will be put in order. As you can see, we have gotten the Windows Server to the Windows Server 7. As you can see, the two computers have connected to themselves. Windows Server 2008 and Win 7 has connected. So now we are going to connect the Windows Vista. Now we go across to Windows Vista. We will go to start. We click on the start button, go to computers, the control panel. You click on to view network status and task, or you could just simply right click on the two computers at the bottom right on the taskbar to get into the settings. Now we are going to share the network discovery. Well, actually switch to activate the network discovery, the file sharing, and disable the password protection. In the process of doing this, every time you make a change and you press apply, a tab appears and inform you to continue or to cancel, and most of the time you will be pressing the continue button. And the same goes here from Windows 7 to Windows Vista, where it will ask you if to turn it on to public or to a private network. For now we will be leaving it as a public network. As you can see, all three are now connected, and the only difference in Windows Vista is media sharing. The media sharing is basically for sharing media files and transferring shared files as well. Now we will be going to the manage network connections. Which is already opened here. We'll double click on it, or you could just right click and press properties, and the tab will open up. Again, the IPv version 6 has been activated, and we don't want that, so we disable that. And we disable that. Now we go to the IPv version 4, click on it, go into properties, and we enter in using the following IP addresses of the 192.168.0.3 network. The subnet mask again would come in for itself when you click into it, and the gateway again would be the 192.168.0.1 network. And as well, the DSN server address will be the 192.168.0.1 for loopback. Click OK. Press close the local area network properties. Now we are going to change the name of the computer in this system, and we just double click on the ASL PC itself, and the tab shall open up, or window I should say. You can see it's underneath a workgroup as normal. So we are going to change the name of the system. So we go in. Now we go press system properties, and the tab for computer shall open up, and at the bottom right you can see computer name, full computer name, and change settings. You simply press change settings, wait for the window to open up, then again we go into rename the computer or change the domain name or workgroup. and we simply type in ASL Vista PC. You press OK, wait for it to accept, as well as ask you to restart your system, and you press OK. Now as the network has restarted, you go to the start button, click on the networks, and now you can see that Windows Vista PC has connected to all three network computers, which is Windows 7, Server 2008, Windows Vista, and this is in the Windows Vista applet or operating system. Now in the Server 2008 VirtualBox system, you actually see all three PCs connected, which is the server, the Vista, and Windows 7. And finally, on Windows 7, in Windows 7, you press Start, go to Computer, then to Network, and here you can see all three PCs connected to Windows 7 as well. This is the end of this video. Thank you very much for viewing.